Alright, let's talk about Pokemon Go today because things just got pretty interesting. That what we are looking at right now is not some fun fan art. This is an official splash page found through data mining of the latest Pokemon update, and it shows us Gen 3. So data mining strikes again for Pokemon Go reveals because that's kind of how Niantic works. It hasn't let us down yet. And they just kind of start putting in little bits of the next patches in between patches. I don't know if it's like intentional to kind of seed it for hype, or if it's also just kind of necessary to make sure that there's a smoother patch rollout for so many people playing the game. Either way, all we have to do is look at it. We have all of the Ghost-type Pokemon as a part of Gen 3, and they are a part of the newest Halloween event. So we have Sableye, Duskull, Dusclops, Shuppet, and Bayonet. And another thing that people are really intrigued by is that that's a Mimikyu hat. First off, Game Freak, Pokemon, someone needs to start manufacturing this hat because I will buy it, I will wear it all winter, and I will pay up to $30 for it. So, just a heads up. And another thing is that, what does this mean for Gen 7? Because this is an artifact of 7th generation Pokemon. That Mimikyu is acknowledged to be real and exist, so how's that going to work with the other generations coming out as they come out? Because Pokemon Go is intended to be a complete game at some point. Now, another pretty crazy thing about this reveal is that Cerebi picked it up. We can even see the fact that Cerebi posted about it. That's like, oh, that's legit. You know, I don't normally post about the data mines, but with this, I felt it was necessary and valid. That's because it gets even more and more legit. So, Cerebi update, Pokemon Go patch data mine implies inclusion of Generation 3 Pokemon over Halloween. And then just kind of a little bit off that, you know, next event for Pokemon Go has been announced. This update provides various bug fixes. However, data mining of the patch has revealed the first Generation 3 Pokemon are to hit the games around the Halloween update. New load screen has been found, and it showcases Sableye, Duskull, Dusclops, Shuppet, Bayonet, while the trainer has a Mimikyu-based hat. Provide full details of the inclusion as and when they come. And that's because, yeah, this is the patch. This is the patch for Gen 3 data mining and what looks like just direct Gen 3 Pokemon coming. Pokemon Go is in process of being updated. Various bug fixes. Doesn't look that great, but people data mined it anyways, and they found some pretty good stuff. So we're going to cover that in a second. But another thing that makes this interesting is because we already had this announcement. We had ghostly goodies in Pokemon Go. I already talked about this. I think I just kind of like splashed it in with some other news. And the thing is, people are like, yo, this could actually be like when Gen 3 starts, maybe a part of Gen 3, because Gen 2 was broken up as well. That's like, oh, we had the baby Pokemon that came out first for Gen 2, and then we got the full rollout later. I'm thinking this might be the same, because you just do all the Ghost-type Pokemon. It's not a lot, but then at least you're kind of building up into it, and then that also gives Pokemon Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon time to breathe. That you can't just drop Gen 3 a month before Pokemon Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, and also just right after we have Pokken Tournament and the Gold Silver Virtual Console. That's just stacking things a little too much. So yeah, we have this ghostly goodies in Pokemon Go. Halloween season is a special time in Pokemon Go. Plenty of good stuff is coming to the game later this October. We can't wait to get out and see what sorts of excitement we can scare up while catching new Pokemon to fill out our Pokedex. So people saw that new Pokemon are like, oh, new Pokemon, you mean Gen 3? Gen 3 rollout's happening because another thing that just adds the layer of this is that Gen 3 information has been in the data mine for, I think, over a month now. I haven't been keeping up with exactly when, but people are losing their mind like, Gen 3, it's happening, finally getting into Gen 3. So at least it's good. That means we got... unfortunately, we didn't get 3 generations inside the first year for Pokemon Go, but at least they're starting to like kind of speed things up, it feels, or hopefully work their way towards that. So yeah, the catching new Pokemon, that can just be interpreted as, you know, Pokemon new to your Pokedex, and then to fill out the Pokedex right there, or it could be new generation Pokemon to help fill out the national Pokedex, and it actually seems to be the latter. So at least when it comes to new Pokemon reveals for future generations of Pokemon Go, still keeps people guessing, and I guess at this point what I can say is that even if you're not the biggest fan of Pokemon Go, but you still have interest in playing it, hop in for the Halloween event. I guess they're going to also have like a lot of events, a lot of goodies, and then you can get an early access or a sneak peek of Gen 3 Pokemon as well. Also, if you're a fan of like Sableye and Dusclops and Duskull, you should go and do that as well. So let's go and actually break down the actual data mine. So we have this coming from Silph Road. I mean, that's why it's like so many sources are on this. There's so much legit stuff. Like, if there were just Gen 3 data mine things that we've already seen inside of Pokemon Go, wouldn't really be that much of a thing. But this is like, oh, direct Halloween event tie-in for Ghost-type Pokemon and Gen 3 Pokemon as well. First off, less exciting stuff, bug fixes. Yeah, let's get out of here. Potential new features. Only one new feature appears to be hinted at in this APK. Scope is not very transparent at this point. Passcode rewards, AR features, kind of stuff like that. Anti-cheat measures. So anti-cheat is actually coming up as well. This is a very interesting addition under the hood. Blacklisted app. Anti-cheat measure. For over a year, we've heard many travelers on the road and even Ingress players wonder why Niantic did not reveal a list of installed apps and check for a blacklist of installed GPS spoofing apps. Simple answer is that this was not technically possible without jailbreaking. Apple closed the loophole that allowed easy checking back in iOS 9. App blacklist has appeared back in Pokemon Go. Holds a lot of potential, actually put the first meaningful dent into GPS spoofing. So pretty much that they'll just keep updating the blacklist. Like whenever one gets shut down and then another app comes out, they just say, all right, if this is on your phone, you just don't get to play Pokemon, or at least they use that as an anti-cheat. And then spoilers ahead. So this is the one, guys. This is where it's like, oh wait, Gen 3 is being pretty crazy now. 7. Gen 3 Pokemon sounds. New APKA has the sound files of the cries of Gen 3 Pokemon. Includes all species up to number 386. That's Deoxys. It's the real deal, travelers. So yeah, the data mine, not giving us like little bits of teasers and little bits of hints at Gen 3. No, it's like we have the cries coming in now. New Gen 3 badge. Alongside Kanto and Johto badges, new badge is now referenced called Badge Entries Gen 3. Tough to misinterpret that one, I will agree. And then the Halloween event. So the Halloween event is also like, again, like I said, people were kind of in disagreement as to whether or not this would be a part of the Gen 3 rollout. Metadata is included near the other Pokemon variants, leading us to postulate we just might see Halloween variant this holiday. Keep an eye out for any special variants, travelers, but if not, we did have an official confirmation that Halloween event is in motion. I guess that's just because, yeah, there's Halloween starting to be added to the event with the new APK. Halloween music, so we have some cool stuff. Oh god, look at this. Lavender Town night theme. Get ready, travelers. If anything, guys, if anything, it is worth playing Pokemon Go during the Halloween event. Just to, like, wander around at 10, 11 p.m. Be safe. Make sure you stay out in friends. You know, just because it's been a while does not mean the basic rules apply. Buddy system after dark. Stay safe out there. I think that's one of the biggest issues when Pokemon Go launched. Should always be a concern when playing Pokemon Go at any time. And then it's a little spooky. That's pretty cool. Walking through the neighborhood, just get that Lavender Town theme going. Oh, that's going to be pretty cool. Halloween music, Halloween map style may appear at night. 2 Halloween music play during the event or just Halloween. And then some other fun stuff. And then we can barely wait. Gen 3 sound file, special species entries. And now the new splash scene. Showing Gen 3 species Halloween aesthetic. We're putting money on Gen 3 during the Halloween event. Bringing Lavender Town theme will be sweet. Sweet nostalgia. Can't wait to head out and be spooked with you all. So anything else to say, guys? It looks like we are getting full details, full goodies out of the Pokemon Gen 3 data mine when it comes to Pokemon Go. So what do you guys think about this? Do you think it's pretty cool? Do you think it'll bring you back? Like, it's Pokemon Go. I think I say this with every Pokemon Go video because it's been interesting watching the rise and fall, you know. I don't know if Niantic has got any better. I haven't seen any signs indicating that they have. Like, oh, just because they're introducing a new generation doesn't mean that it's immediately fixing all their problems. It's showing that they're ready to move forward at a pretty good rate. I think people are still kind of like annoyed it's taken this long for Gen 3. I like the idea of the new hacking, but yeah, like the thing is that this was something that was patched back in 2015. So as far as, you know, memory recalls anyway. So unless they found a way around it, or maybe there's going to be something that allows for this. But the problem is, like, this is, yeah, it's a closed loophole that is technically not possible without jailbreaking. Because it's kind of bad if you can have apps just check your phone for other apps. But for some games like Pokemon Go, it is completely necessary. Just make sure there's no cheating programs. It'd be like if there was no way of detecting homebrew and all that fun stuff for save file modification. You know, it's like, oh yeah, it's super free and super easy to get away with. So this does seem like one of the biggest things. But at the same time, no, Niantic, they're still behind in development, it seems. You know, they could be as far as 8 months delayed at this point, and a lot of that is become the cheating and the spoofing. And now I'm hearing that cheaters and spoofers, they're getting tired of the game. They're also saying that if cheating is killed in Pokemon Go will die, because that's a majority of the community right now. Or like, no, that's maybe not a majority, but a large part of the community that's very active are spoofers, unfortunately, because at the end of the day, Pokemon Go is just a good Pokemon game, and Pokemon games have not made you physically limited before, so there's always going to be that argument going on. And then, you know, spoofing's killing it for the main players, and we still don't have trading or PvP, so that's something pretty fancy. But yeah, I do think it's pretty cool that this Ghostly Goodies update turned out to have something going on with it. Yeah, nothing else really works with Pokemon Go. Oh, we do have some pumpkin stencils though. If you want to go extra festive for Halloween, Pokemon Go updates, the events and stuff. I don't think they announced the Halloween event just yet. Like, I mean, they've announced it, but I don't think they've been like super big about it. Yeah, we have Philly Free Streets, so that's just kind of like a little event in Philadelphia, and the updates just kind of show Pokemon Go updated version, AR photo contest, and then another version update. So yeah. And another thing is, like, Cerebi jumped on, so that's pretty cool. Either way, I think we're good to go for some Pokemon Go news and updates. Should be interesting to anyone that's interested in Pokemon Go. I think that's going to be it. So, guys, enjoy the video. Hope you all have a nice day. Thank you very much for watching.